Hello, and welcome to Lost in the Vortex. I am your host, Willow MacRury, and joining me for this episode is Arctic and Alex. Say hello, you guys.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, how are we all today?
Doing good.
It's Easter, so I'm enjoying my cookies.
Yes,
and the lunch I had earlier.
Nice.
yes.
I was a whole 24 hours early.
Yes, you were. Appreciate the enthusiasm, but you were here way too early for this month's edition of Lost in the Vortex. Now, before we start the show, there's probably an elephant in the room that we need to address. It's me. Hello. So since the last month, I've come out as trans female. So that's basically everything you need to know about that, and if you've got a problem with that, then you can fuck off, frankly. I think I said that quite well.
Yeah, I mean, I do have a problem with the name. You could have chosen a Willy from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Absolutely fucking not. What is wrong with you?
I had to make the joke. I literally last night I was thinking about Temple of Doom, so I had to reference it.
Plus, I don't even need to transition for people to call me that.
Yeah, I know. I had to. Sorry.
Yeah. So thanks for making me relive decades worth of childhood trauma, Alex. Great.
Oh,
great. Thanks.
I'm very sorry.
Thanks.
I'm very sorry.
Damn.
Yeah, I was bullied as a child.
Oh, I'm very sorry then.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Anyway.
No, that's cancelable. Anyway.
Yes.
Let's begin.
Yes. Anyway, so on this month's episode of Lost in the Vortex, because this is a monthly show, we are going to talk about Doctor Who hot takes. Because we are all Doctor Who fans, that's the whole reason we know each other. So, of course, we're going to have opinions on that blue box show that everyone loves and hates at all at the same time. And it's all very complicated, and what the fuck is going on with it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good hot take to start us off with. The show is in a shambles. That's not really a hot take, though, is it? Because that's the general consensus among everybody.
It's fact.
Yeah.
It's just a fact.
It's just a fact. Like, they haven't started filming that Christmas special that they said they do this year. Apparently, that's not going until September. Apparently, unless they're filming it in secret, in which case, who the fuck knows?
Damn.
I mean, given Disney pulled out, they had a larger budget, so they probably had to film it much earlier for VFX to be done. But given before the Disney deal, the show was actually much lower budget, but they managed to hide that in the Chibnall era by getting John Smith, Ben Pickles to disguise the fact. Oh no, the show's actually high budget. No, still the same budget. They just got someone who knew what they're doing, and I think all of New Who's Christmas special before Church of Ruby Road were always filmed 4 or 5 months before broadcast. Besides Twice Upon a Time was more VFX heavy, so they did that in July. But almost all of New Who's Christmas specials were in September, October. Definitely Moffat's Christmas specials, barring his last one.
Well,
Fair enough.
Nice trivia there. Although I am still a little concerned, but there you go.
Yeah, I think it's a budget thing, and the fact they didn't have a lot of budget for VFX now, to make it as VFX heavy. So now I think they're gonna take the same approach as they did before the Chibnall era and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I think they're gonna go that approach of doing it in September.
Yeah.
Because they have a much lower budget now.
Well, we'll find out when we get there, I guess. Anyway, back to actual talking about Doctor Who hot takes, which is the whole topic of this episode. We're going to roast them on an open fire.
Okay.
Okay, who wants to go first?
I can.
Okay.
And it's not going to be negative.
It's a positive. Okay.
Fuck you.
That's a new one.
Okay. Me personally, I think Cashavalva is. I think. Okay, it's not going to be a massive reach, but I think it's the best classic Who Pushed for Generation story. because I love how it handles the post regeneration.
You know what? I
Process.
agree with
And-
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how it handles, like, even in the dialogue, it said that the Doctor's fight with the Master came precisely at the wrong moment, and then it nearly jeopardized the whole process. That's why he needed the Zero Room for his like dendrites and other things to heal.
Yeah, I agree with that. I remember when I was watching Castrovalva, I was just thinking, wow, this is really good. I quite like this.
It's really well done, and I like how I love how this gives us a unique take on the post regeneration process, because while I do like that it doesn't while I do like how they just immediately get on with it, like the process just finished. Yes, the Doctor's a bit woozy, but the Doctor can still do things, unlike you, when the Doctor is just fucking dead for half the story, and then wakes up. Christmas Invasion.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, back when that
Um,
was unique.
yeah, but no, Castrovalva, I think it's definitely the best one in terms of how it handles the whole post regeneration process, and how it introduces a way for Time Lords to heal the post regeneration process.
Is that a hot
Yeah.
take, though? I feel like Castrovalva's generally well received by the fandom. I mean, I love it. I think it's great.
Yeah, no, I'm saying it's the best classic post regeneration story, even though Spearhead from Space exists. But I love that as well. Like those two, it depends on the day. But it's those two, and
It
Power.
depends on the day. Fascinating. Okay, yeah, alright, I see.
Power of the Daleks too. Yeah.
Right. Very
That's a good
interesting. Very interesting hot take. Arctic, because you're next. Because I've just decided. What's one of your hot takes about Doctor Who?
Oof, I don't know where to start.
Oh, is that because there are so many, or because there are so little?
No, I do actually have quite a few. I guess
Oh.
I'll start with Hellbent is not that bad of a finale.
get
Actually
this
quite like it.
get this man out
Yeah.
of here. The show's getting
No,
cancelled. We're gonna have
Simply
everybody out of here.
because of how
Yeah,
much focus it has on 12 and Clara. Like you guys already know, like obviously like the viewers watching probably
Yeah.
won't know that about me, but I'm a massive fan of the Doctor and Clara,
Oh, yeah.
specifically 12 and Clara.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I just really like the character focus that Hellbent has on it. Obviously, the whole stuff with the hybrid, yeah, that's like Colin Moffat. What were you thinking?
Yeah.
But I quite like the rest of it.
Yeah, no, after years of saying like that Hellbent is just like fine, whatnot, I rewatched it like a few months back, and I thought it's decent, it's alright, you know, I like a lot of elements, it's enjoyable, and I quite like I do like how it's mostly character driven and whatnot, and Moffat uses this as a chance to hopefully like close on all the Time War stuff that's been plaguing Yoo-Hoo for a bit. But no,
9-year-old me
that-
was absolutely devastated by those final 3 episodes of Series 9.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I agree.
My opinion is it's meh. It's meh. I don't particularly care. Like whenever I go watch it, I'm just like, okay, cool, sure. Emotional drama was trying to be there. I just didn't feel like there was much. I didn't really care, you know.
Fair enough.
Which is
Yeah,
unfortunate, but it's like
it's
yeah.
interesting because, like, from what I can tell, obviously, like a lot of us here on this server aren't very big fans of Hellbent, with the exception of myself, of course. But then when I come across like reaction videos to that finale, specifically from like YouTubers that have just recently started watching Doctor Who, they seem to think Hellbent's a decent finale. So
Yeah, they're not like us. They're not. They're
Yeah.
just getting into
I
it.
thi-
They
I
don't
think-
know about the trauma that this caused the fandom when it came out.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's why I quite like watching those reaction videos, because a lot of them aren't really that sucked into the fandom,
Mm.
so it gives like a fresh perspective on certain episodes.
Yeah, fresh pair of eyes on Doctor Who.
Which is always refreshing.
Yeah, but also Gallifrey was a little wasted, but you know.
Yeah.
What can you do, I guess? It did do a very good job in showing that the Doctor does not like the Time Lords. I mean, we because a lot of New Who, it's like, oh, but I miss them so much, but it's like, dude, you hated living there, you hated living with them. They probably respect you slightly more than they did before, but you know.
Yeah.
Plus, they exiled you for doing the right thing.
Yeah, exactly. You got exiled just for going out and helping people in the world.
I'm quite satisfied with the scenes that were on Gallifrey in that episode. I think that they served the purpose that they were going for.
Mm-hmm.
Could the Time Lords have been more involved in it? I don't know, maybe. Because I understand watching the ending for Heaven Sent and expecting this great big epic finale set on Gallifrey. But let's be real, Moffat was probably just going for was always probably just going to go for a more character based thing focused on 12 and Clara.
Yeah.
Okay, so is that for that hot take? I guess it's my turn now.
Yep.
Okay, so my hot take is that the Doctor being half human is actually pretty cool. I think it's a very fascinating direction to take the character, and also it explains a lot about how the character acts. Because it's like they keep getting drawn to planet Earth. It's like, oh, if it's part of their heritage and their bloodline, it's like, hey, it's more like they're sort of going to a second home sort of exploring more of their heritage, I guess. And I just think it's a much more fascinating than the other big law change. But yeah, I just find it really interesting. And if you've watched my Doctor Who series, you'll know that I use that to high heaven. So
I don't know about that, because obviously the Doctor says that he's half human on his mother's side, but the non-Gallifreyans, aliens weren't allowed on Gallifrey. What, way back when. So that doesn't really make that much sense.
Yeah.
I mean, they could have been hiding. So
Yeah.
Maybe.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe, but if we're to assume that, the woman in the End of Time, and then the woman in Hellbent is the Doctor's mother, or well, one of them anyway, if we're taking the Timeless Child into consideration.
Yeah.
Then
We'll get to that one, I'm sure.
Yeah. My opinion on it is that I can see where they were going with it, but then the whole plan didn't pan out as intended, so it was just ignored in New Who. But I do sometimes see it as maybe just a lie for the Doctor to say, just to get through the obstacles. He just tells that guy, oh yeah, by the way, I'm actually half human. As a way to scare the guy. Just I'm an alien. Oh, okay, go on. I find that funny.
yeah, I always find that so funny. I was just like, oh yeah, I'm half human, and the guy's like, all right, understandable.
Yeah. I mean, the Master also kind of confirms it through the whole eye thing earlier in the film, but yeah, whatever.
Oh no, hang on, I have to do it. Hang on.
What?
The Doctor's half human.
No wonder.
Even the accents.
Yeah.
Immaculate
It's
impression.
beautiful.
Yeah, that was great. That was a great impression of Eric Roberts. Anyway, New Who's Lost is my game because I will expand on it.
Yes.
Yes. Anyway, moving on from...
Is it me again?
Yes, it is you again, Alex. Go on, what have you got? What else have you got?
Hang on. Okay, here's a controversial one. I love season 24.
What is wrong with you?
Which
I'm
one's that
biased to
again?
McCoy.
It's Sylvester McCoy's... It's Sylvester's first one as the Doctor. It's also debatably his worst one.
Which episodes are in that season again? Because I, for the life of me, cannot remember.
Tamarani, Paradise Towers, Delta and Abandonment, Dragonfire.
Dragonfire is good. I will concede that Dragonfire is good.
No.
Time of the Rani is just weird. It's extremely weird. It's too weird even for my blood.
Yeah. I mean, it's at this point, it's been actually a year now since I finished Classic Who. I finished Classic Who last year on my birthday, so I don't remember it all that much.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, so I can't like really comment.
Einstein.
I don't remember season 24 that well.
Einstein is in it. He has exactly.
Oh, yeah, he is.
The Doctor says exactly one thing to him, and then he's just put in the back of the TARDIS for the rest of the story.
I mean, I'll say this time around is easily the weakest, but I love the rest of the season. Paradise Towers is a good mix of light-hearted and dark. There's a good mix of that. Delta, a bad of it, is just really fucking goofy.
Yeah, that's the weirdest one.
Yeah, it's the weirdest one. Dragonfire, though, that's the darkest one of the season. It's in the same light as Paradise Towers. I don't like people who always say that, ooh, season 24 is lighthearted, then you forget half of the season is actually quite dark.
Yeah, aren't
Like
there
Paradise Towers and Dragonfire.
aren't there cannibals in Paradise Towers?
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
So you know, there's that as well, but it's just weird. It's just weird.
Fair enough.
Yes. Anyway, Arctic, your turn again, I suppose.
I'm gonna say I don't mind Billy Piper coming back to the show. Provided how the Christmas special plays out. Because I remember, you know, like last year whilst season 2 was coming out, and then, you know, Billy Piper returning got like leaked, and thinking, well, okay, you know, this could be interesting, and you know, like everyone, on Discord was like, oh, if this happens, the show's cooked, we're done. And I understand the frustration, like maybe having her come back, considering we just had David Tennant like 2 years ago, wasn't the best idea. But
Yeah.
I did always
I just
think that it'd be cool to have a former companion play the Doctor. I mean, my pick would have been Jenna Coleman.
Of course it would have been.
Yes.
I mean, I think the main issue is that it's like too soon. I think it's like right after David Tennant, who was like essentially just a nostalgia bait incarnation.
I mean, yeah.
And
considering
no,
how
I just
the reality war went, it definitely is like a last minute, you know, desperate cry for help.
Yeah.
But I think they could still cook. But at this point, I'm gonna go into another hot take here. At this point,
2 for the price of 1.
Yes, at this point, I would rather that she's the Doctor instead of something else, because if she's something else, that adds a whole layer to regeneration lore that we just don't need. Why can another entity just suddenly take the place of a Time Lord during regeneration now?
Yeah, and also if she's not the Doctor, then where is the Doctor? Like,
Exactly.
like, come on.
Yeah. I do find it funny how this whole like how the evolution of this classic happening stemmed from some of the Reddit going, the next Doctor is at the Baptist tonight. And then the hints went, she's blonde, and she was in the show before. It's a returning actress.
Huh?
It all stemmed from that. Yeah.
Well,
It all stemmed
interesting.
from the next Doctor was at the BAFTAs tonight. Just like, oh, okay.
Who the
It's Billy
hell?
Piper.
Who said that? Who on earth said that?
Well, whoever it was
Andrew.
probably got
Andrew
sniped.
did.
Yep.
No, Andrew DeLeco.
Rest
Oh.
in peace, Andrew.
Andrew. Oh, yeah. No. Sorry, Andrew.
Andrew, yeah.
Sorry, Andrew.
He definitely got sniped after the reality war came out.
Yeah, by Russell T Davies himself.
Yep.
Dear.
For like Kevin Feige style. Kevin Feige style snipe.
Yes. So my opinion on the Billy Piper is the Doctor thing is that it could be interesting. They just need to do it right. That's about it.
Yeah. Exactly.
I think that's basically where your opinion stems from as well, Arctic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like with the power of the Doctor and like the Master hijacking the Doctor's body, I guess that makes some sort of sense because he's another Time Lord. But with all these other theories that have been going around that Billy Piper's Bad Wolf or she's Rose Tyler, especially if she's back as Rose Tyler.
Yeah, if it's just like back as Rose Tyler, that just makes no
sense. It
sense.
makes no sense at all.
Yeah, like how would that even work? How does that even? How?
Exactly, and I know with like the other theory of her being like Bad Wolf or the TARDIS or whatever kind of makes sense because Rose looked into the heart of the TARDIS and all that, but still, again, you're messing with the law of regeneration.
Yeah, and we don't
adding stuff that we really didn't need, and it's only been added because of the whole mess with the Disney deal not following through.
Yeah, because we really don't need more regeneration lore that we don't need.
Exactly,
Yeah.
which is why I'd rather her to just be the Doctor, even if it's just for that one episode. It's disappointing, but oh well.
Right, my turn again. So, my next hot take is that the Timeless Child doesn't break canon.
Thank you.
It just doesn't. It just doesn't. People, when it first came out, it was just like people going like, "Oh, the canon's broken. Oh, it makes no sense." Yes, it does. You just, you have to think about it you have to think about it a lot to figure out where all the pieces come together. But once you figured that out, it's like, yeah, okay, there you go.
Yeah.
This works. This can work. You see that?
Even I was sort of like disappointed about it at first. I actually remember my reaction to the Timeless Child reveal in the Series 12 finale, and it was no reaction, by the way. Like the Master said it, and I just stared at the screen blankly, like
You were just
Oh, like that Homelander gif. Like Homelander in that gif.
But then if I remember correctly, by the time Revolution with the Daleks came out, I was like, you know what? I don't actually mind this. I want to like know more about it.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this. I agree. Plus, when you look back, this has been a thing since. Alright, you know what? Roughly Power of the Daleks. Power of the Daleks gives us some hints. That the Doctor has done it before. Like in part 1. But I think the true start of it, definitely Brain of Morbius. It all stemmed from that, and then Andrew Cartmel, for McCoy's era, wanted to do something about like, ooh, what if the Doctor has a distant past and he's actually a god and whatnot? And let's not forget Mark Platt wanted to write a Long Barrow for season 26, but it was deemed impossible to produce under the current budget and production restraints. So that got turned into a Virgin New Adventures book. So the Timeless Child, when you combine everything, mix it all up into a stew, it's essentially just continuing the Cartmel master plan with some new spices added to it.
Yeah. People would say that Jim will just pull
It's
the
not
whole
that
thing
bad.
out of his ass.
Yeah.
But no, like
Cartmel wanted to do this. Yeah, Cartmel wanted to do this in season 25. He started doing it in season 25. But then once the show got cancelled after season 26, he couldn't realize it's a TV. So it was realized
In a
with novels.
book. In a book.
Yeah,
Yeah, to
yeah.
write a
I
book.
think if anything, the Timeless Child adds a whole nother like layer of mystery to the lore of the show, and the Doctor specifically.
Yeah.
Now I would explain why I think that how I think the Timeless Child doesn't break canon, but that's a separate video that I might make. That's like a video essay.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, that's like Doctor Who theory.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, Alex. Any more out of you?
Oh. Okay, let's see. Consult. Okay. Hang on. Okay. Some people tend to dislike this one.
Oh boy, this could be fun.
Some people tend to dislike this season. But I think season 18 is very good. It's the first Classic Who season I've seen in full, and I'm very fond of it. Season 18 is pretty good. I like season 18 a lot.
Which one's that again? I know
It's
it's
Tom
Baker's Last.
It's Tom
Okay.
Baker's Last, yeah. It's
Right.
it's the Logopolis one. That's a hot take, really. I think it's really it's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
With the exception of the first story.
Yeah,
what was it?
Leisure Hive
I-
really drags. It really does drag.
It's alright.
It
It's
was generally it put me off so much that I was generally considering to just skip it entirely. But you know, I enjoyed it.
You enjoyed
Yeah.
it? Did you enjoy it?
No.
Oh. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Did you like Logopolis
Yeah,
at
but
least?
Yeah. I like the rest of the season. I like how
Yeah.
Logopolis and what's the one before it?
Keep her talking.
Yes,
Yeah, give it a
I
second.
like how they're basically how it
Connected.
follows on from that. Yeah.
Yeah. I do also find it a bit funny when you could exactly tell Tom got severely depressed and didn't want to bother with Matthew Waterhouse.
Oh
It's
god.
Keeper of Kraken. You could after Lala won and John Leeson leave, he's stuck with Matthew Waterhouse and he's really fucking depressed, even in Logopolis.
Oof.
Now, I'm not laughing at at anything that happened during production for Tom. I just find the timing funny. You can tell just as he's just with Matthew Waterhouse. You can tell like after John Nathan Turner recommended that he leaves after this one. You can tell he was basically showing signals of maybe he's right.
Yeah.
Maybe he's right at the end.
Yeah. Which is fair enough. I personally I think that Logopolis is the best regeneration story for any Doctor. Personally, I just think it's fantastic.
I agree.
Yeah, it's
A
just
10th
like
planet's up there.
yeah, but it's like there's a lot of right because it's like it's the end, it's the final story for arguably the most iconic Doctor we've ever had. So it has to send him off on a high, and I really think it did so.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen Logopolis twice. I watched it before Power of the Doctor came out, and this was before I even started watching Classic Who. So obviously, like I thought it was alright. Like obviously, because I hadn't seen the rest of Tom Zero, I didn't like really like it didn't hit the same. But then the second time, it was freaking peak.
Yeah, it's just like that scene is just like that's iconic. That's iconic. That's an iconic regeneration. And now we've spent a good 40 years wondering what the hell the Watch is supposed to be.
We
Oh, yeah.
will never know.
we
Oh no, 45 years now.
Yeah, 45 years. We still don't really know what the Watcher was. It was the Doctor all the time. What the fuck does that mean?
Oh no. I actually do want to mention when they had to redo the ADR for like the Cast of Valkyrie titles in part 1. Sarah had to sound so phoned in. So
Yeah.
he was the Doctor all the time.
So she was the Doctor all the time.
Just like, oh, okay. It could have just reused the takes of part 4, but alright.
Yeah, why didn't they do that? It's very weird, but there you go. That's where we're at.
Who knows? Yes.
So, Arctic, you got
Yes.
another one?
I do actually.
Oh, boy.
Our discussion of The Timeless Child led me to coming up with my next one, which is, I think the brain of Morbius is extremely mid.
Yes, yes,
Fair.
yes, 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 yes. I
do
agree
find it
with you
overrated.
so much. I agree with you
I do
so
like
much.
it, but I think, but I do think it's overrated.
Oh
So, yeah.
my
Honestly,
god,
yeah, I think it's
hate
probably
it.
because of how much I've seen people saying, "Oh, it's such a great story," and how excited I was to finally get to watching it. That when I actually watched it, I was like, "What? People will find this peak? What?"
Yeah.
The
it's
Sisterhood
pretty
of
good.
Khan, for one.
Oh
just really got on my
god.
nerves.
Oh god, the
I
Sisterhood.
hate the whispering.
Oh, the Sisterhood of Khan. They did not deserve to come back in the new series.
Honestly,
Oh
yeah.
god.
I mean, I prefer the one in Series 9 compared to Brain of Morbius. But
Yeah, it's just like, oh my god. When I first watched Brain of Morbius, I was doing it for research on Morbius the character because I was making a story with him as the villain at that point. This was back in 2020, so I was not back on YouTube yet. But yeah, so I watched it, I sat through it. Oh my god, Morbius is such a crap villain. Like
honestly, yeah.
he has intrigue. He's this really terrifying time lord that was super cruel, and he just doesn't come across that way. Like, I want to believe it, but it's just like, I suppose it's just like that standard Doctor Who's 1970s sort of camp sort of villain, but he is very pantomime. So I don't really get the vibe that he has done the cruel
Yeah.
things that we're told he has done, or has implied that he has done.
Meanwhile, there's just me writing my Minecraft Doctor Who Series 1 finale with only with the knowledge from my character encyclopedia from 2013.
Yeah, that's
I'm not even kidding.
yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I don't think it'll stray too far from the original version of Morbius, because it's just like,
Honestly.
yeah,
Yeah.
why? It's just like I get like, fans think that it's like so great, but it's like, no. It
Yeah,
could've-
it's really not. There's a few other classic Who stories, whereas, like, I've heard a lot of people say real good things about it, and then I watch it, and I'm like, well, that was kind of disappointing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just it's a real shame, and I think it's a waste of a character concept that I think that they could have done more with. You know what I mean?
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, but no, we're stuck with what we've got. But oh well, I guess we'll just have to live with it.
Yeah, it exists.
It certainly exists. And I suppose it's my turn again now for this. This is probably going to be the last one of the episode, because I don't want us to so we don't
Yeah.
run out of ideas and stuff like that. So my next hot take is that, and I might get an absolute bollocking for this one. I think the Fifth Doctor is the weakest Doctor.
I could see why,
Yeah,
but I like him a lot. But I'll respect your opinion.
yeah, it's not that I don't like Peter Davison. It's more so like I like the rest of the Doctors more than I like Peter Davison, because Peter Davison, there's some like nice character stuff there that's interesting. Like, I like that he's a Doctor that has that sort of lack of confidence and self-doubt. That's interesting. But apart from that, it's just like, if I had to describe Peter Davison's Doctor in a word, it would be beige. It would be he is the personification of the color beige.
I've not rewatched much of Classic Who since I finished it last year, but I do remember whilst I was watching the Fifth Doctor's era, I was enjoying it quite a lot. Like, especially his Dalek stories. Those were freaking peak.
Oh yeah, I'm not.
I love almost for the dark stories in Classic Who.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Destiny of the Daleks notwithstanding.
Yes. And honestly, I think when I was watching it, I'd say that he'd be like in my top favorite Classic Who Doctors. John Pertwee would probably be at the top, followed by Peter Davison.
Oh blimey.
Because I don't know, I just see a lot of the 10th and 11th Doctors in him.
Oh, you have the nostalgia factor there.
Yes.
Yeah. Alex, your
And
thoughts
also-
on the Fifth Doctor?
also there's
Oh, sorry.
the fact that
Yeah.
also there's the fact that Caves of Androzani is like extremely peak.
Mm.
Yeah, and that's his last one as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alex, your thoughts on the Fifth Doctor?
Oh, I like him a lot. He's a classic Doctor I'm very fond of. I mean, his push. No. Okay, Spearhammer Space was my first classic Who post regeneration, but Cash Raval was my second. So I've liked him since Cash Raval. I was very fond of him, and I tried to model Doctors I thought of in my head sometimes after him. Because I quite like how calm he is sometimes.
Calm. Yeah,
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
I'm being bullied, coerced, forced against my will. I've had enough of it.
I love that scene.
That is, to be fair, a very funny scene. But yeah, my opinion is that I like him, but I like other Doctors more. And by others, I mean the rest of them.
Yeah.
And on that terrible disappointment for all Fifth Doctor fans everywhere, I'm very much afraid that is time to end for this edition of Lost in the Vortex. There we go, we've got a second one in the books. How are we feeling?
Very nice.
There.
Will
All right.
we ever be found in the vortex? Who knows?
Yeah, someone will be fishing for us eventually. But yeah, so join us next month where I have decided we're going to be reviewing the Super Mario Galaxy movie, which we probably could have done this month, but
Honestly, we could have, because the rest of us have seen it at this point.
we could have, but you know what? We'll save it for next month because why not?
Yeah.
So join us next month on we are still going for every second Sunday of the month, and join us for that, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.